Hello, fellow YouTubers. This is RudeDog21 with another episode of the Clemente Chronicles. And in this episode, I am going to be doing a SGC Revealed. I submitted an order, roughly about, I think, 18, 19 cards. I can't remember here. And it took 10 days, give or take, to get here. That's including the weekend. So, pretty fast service here. Their prices dropped, so that's the reason why I put the submission in. And a lot of these are like team leader cards. A couple of cards I just had that I wanted to get done. They're all vintage. So let's get going here. So we're going to start off with a 1959 Tops. Course, the Corsair outfield trio. Here, it's pretty neat here. The way they got the red circle in the background with the yellow out there. And that's a pretty decent fielding outfield right there with Skinner, Verdon, and Clemente there. Even though it's shown with the bats, but yeah, fielding wise, you couldn't get any better outfield than that. I wound up getting a 6 on that one here. I thought I probably could have shot for a 7 on that one, but and most of these grades I am happy with. So on the back of this one, nice and clean. All right. Next card I got is the 1962 Tops batting leaders. Everybody knows these 62 with the wood borders are just hard to get here. Let's see here. Pretty neat there. And truth be told, on this one, that's about right. I was looking probably more, be honest with you, like a 5, but I got the 6 on that one. So, not a big fan of the big, bubble heads, I call them. But it is what it is. I love that Wally Moon with the unibrow. All right. And this is one of my favorite cards also here. I like this. 1963 Tops Buck Blasters. Got a 6 on that one here. And they're always hard because of the chipping on there. I just like the way they kneeling down there. What you have there, Smokey Burgess, Dick Stewart, Bob Clemente, Roberto, and Bob Skinner. It's a clean card here. Now, most of these cards I picked up, these were like in the late 80s, early 90s. Most of these cards, so very little I spent on these cards. Probably spent more to get them graded than what they were when I paid for. But nice, neat. I love the centering. Yeah. Remember when I picked these up, I'm a centering guy, so never have a card that's centered and rough edges. Yeah, I got a 64 Tops and no batting leaders. This was a 7. That's when I thought I might have an outside shot of getting an 8. But I'm happy with this one, though. Tommy Davis, Clemente, Dick Groat, and Hank Aaron. And you'll see Clemente on Aaron all the time of these batting leaders. There's the back on that one. Clean card. I got the 65 Tops. And no batting leaders here. Well, I got a 5. I thought I would hopefully squeeze out a 6 on that one, but I didn't. Clemente, Rico Cardi, and of course, Hank Aaron. And next one will be the 1964 Tops National League batting leaders. The most iconic batting leaders card around with the 3 Hall of Famers, Clemente, Aaron, and Mays. No wonder the National League won all those all-star games in the 50s and 60s. $3.5 on that one. Yeah, give or take. I was hoping a 4 on this one. But yeah, I'll take it. It's got a little banged up corner there, so I expected that. A little off center, but besides that, it presents well. Got the 1967 RBI leaders on this one. We got the Heron, Clemente, and Richie Allen. Got 6.5 on this one. A little off center here. It's a tad. Back probably got me more than anything. And this is one of the disappointing ones I have. The 67 tops checklist. I thought this one would have been a 6 at least. For some reason I got 4.5. Corners look good on this one. Starting might be off, but not enough to give it a 4.5. There's no markings on here. Hey, not a big fan of these checklists with the little bobbleheads here, but hey, these Clementes are one of them. So let's see. All right. All right, so then now I got the 68 tops. All right, this is card number 1, and people know, especially the number 1 card, it's so hard to get them in great shape. Because half the time they're the top card, and most of them are rubber banded. But I got a 7 on this one, which is a surprise. I think I will get a 1 that high. Clemente, Gonzalez, and Alou. And this one is probably, this will send a little bit better. I probably would have got an 8 on that one. This is a clean card. Nice sharp corners there. And then I have the Manager's Dream. Now this one I thought would have been an 8. I got a 7.5 on this one. And the centering looks good here. I mean, and the corners are nice and sharp. There. I don't know, maybe because of the focusing of the card. I don't know. I know the backing might have done it. I think the back's not centered. Yeah. But I'll take it, though. For what I paid for it. I mean, really. Yep. Tony Olivia, Chico Cardenas, Bob Clemente. All right. I have the 1970 tops National League batting leaders. With the Pete Rose, Clemente, and Cleon Jones of the Mets. And this one I expected this grade because of the corners itself. Not the greatest corners. The back looks good though. 4. 1972 Topps World Series Game 4. Now this one I had picked this up at the National. This was a PSA. So I did a crossover on this one here. It was an 8 on the PSA, and they downgraded it to a 7. Truth be told, I thought it was overgraded with the 8. So now when I put down the submission, I'll say if anything below a 7, then I'll don't grade it. Don't cross it over. So it went down 1, which I'm happy with that. It's more of an accurate grade. I thought the 8 was a little too much. Nope. That's all right. 75 Tops MVP with Frank Robinson and Roberto Clemente on this one. This one got a 6. I thought this one could have been a little better. Could have got a 7 on that one. It's clean here. The centering looks good. In the back. Give it a 6. Like I said, I thought it could have got a 7. Then I have the mini version, which is an 8.5 on that one. If anything, I thought this would have been a little bit less. Could have been a 7, but you put them side by side. You can see the size difference on these cards. I love the color in that. What is it? I don't know what they call it, pink or some other color with the purple. It's pretty neat. Fuchsia or something. I don't know how they call it. Magenta or something like that. There you go. All right. Here I got a 1970 Topps Thurman Munson. This is 3. I thought that could have been a little bit better. I was hoping maybe for a 4. I knew it wasn't going to get more than that. And the corners are pretty bagged up on this. God, I used to have like 5 of these, but I traded a lot of them for Clemente cards in the 80s and 90s. Thurman Munson one time was my main PC. Gotta take a look at Buster Posey if he gets in. If he gets in, I mean, it sure bodes well for Thurman Munson to get in with the veterans vote. Because if you ever look at those numbers between both of them, very eerie similar. Granted, Posey's more of a, he's got the championships under his belt. But with the Golden Gloves and Munson's hitting, it's one guy I think that belongs in the Hall of Fame. I have a 1960 Topps game here. Give or take, I was thinking that's probably what's going to wind up getting. I mean, the card's clean and everything, but it's like a little diamond cut. If you look in the back, you can see it's not the greatest. It's clean. Front. No stains or anything like that. Oop. Then I have a 1965 Topps Emboss. 4. These cards, they so get scratched up, and just to get them in great shape is hard. Neat. There's another version of this card with the yellow lettering, which goes up to practically 4 figures if you can find them. They're very hard to find. But if someone is out there has one for sale, give me a shout out. And last but not least, here, I was kind of disappointed in this card. The way they set it up and their grading. So, 1962 Topps Baseball Bucks. Got a 2.5 on this one. I don't know. Thought it would have been a 4. That's not center great, but it's clean. Corners are not bad at all on this one. And it's a little and these are diamond cut. You see a lot of them, they're not perfectly center. They could be off. I was hoping, and this is a larger slab, I was hoping it, because technically they can't really, they could have squeezed this card in a slab like this one, that size, but they didn't do it. And in my opinion, I think they just left too much gap in here overall. Don't know if they get too many of these to get requested to get slabbed or not. So next, I'm not too happy with the grade. I thought this could have got at least a 4 on here because it's clean. It's hard to find these in great shape. Well, that's my review. If you folks enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. This is Mark signing off. Take care and be safe. Peace.